How about now? I bet you can hear me now. For some reason, our software that we got that is supposed to cancel out noise is canceling out everything for us. So hopefully, Carolyn, you can hear us over on Facebook now. Again, as you guys join us, it is awesome. Thank you so much. Yep, Megan gave me the thumbs up. All right, cool. So see, even at this point in stage in our business and with what we do, we still have technical difficulties here and there. So again, it looks like we've got. Yep, we got Milan, we got Connecticut. We got a lot of people coming in from different places. Houston, awesome. James, the affiliate, thanks for joining us. Skeeter Fan 2 is in Connecticut. Awesome. Thanks for joining us. Thank you guys for the likes. Thank you guys for the follows as well. And as we go through the broadcast tonight, if you find this broadcast valuable, if you're starting to find value and information that we are passing along to you guys, if you want to share that out, by all means, go ahead and give us that share. Share it on Facebook, share it on YouTube, share it on TikTok, wherever you might be. Share it out. Give us some love. We always appreciate that. We got KC Affiliate Marketing from Cali. Awesome. We got Kelly Carroll from, it looks like North Carolina, possibly. Again, thank you guys for joining us. All right. Finished 15. Stacy, 8712, brought us a question. Finished 15, I'm assuming 15 day. Need domain advice. Keep it simple. All right, Stacy, one of the best things to do is keep it short, keep it simple. You want to be able to keep your domain to where you can just kind of rattle it off. People can remember it. Make it easy, all right? And don't worry if you don't get it first off the bat, okay? Megan and I have actually got about a dozen different domains that we have procured over the last couple of years. We started off with consultwithmrh.com, which is it's still active. We still use that one. But it took us a little bit of time. We actually, our main domain that we use now is meganandryan.com, www.meganandryan.com. It's kind of a funny story how we actually come across that do what? Yeah, it only took us 2 years to get that domain. When we first got started and we were looking for domains, we were trying to keep it short. We were trying to keep it simple. Keep it relatable, too. Keep it personal. Because as you go through this journey, you're going to be basically building a personal brand. That's what Megan and I have done. That's what Megan and Ryan recommend is all about. It's our personal brand. So keeping that domain in line with your brand is good to do. For us, we wanted to get meganandryan.com, but whenever we first searched that up, it happened to be that there was another Megan and Ryan out there in the world. Go figure. They were actually getting married, and it was their site for all of their pictures and their wedding announcement and all the events leading up to their wedding. So it wasn't until about 2 years after we got started that we were actually able to procure that domain. I'm assuming the Megan and Ryan that were getting married and using that domain for their wedding ended up not renewing the domain, and we happened to catch it after the renewal had lapsed. So that's how we actually wound up with meganandryan.com. So it took us a couple of years to get to that. Again, Stacy, keep it short, keep it simple. Make sure that it's something people can remember and can relate to. All right. For us, again, we built the brand Megan and Ryan. So obviously meganandryan.com fits well with that. So, all right, let's see here. We've got looking through some of these comments, see if we've got anything here. Again, thanks for the likes, Jesse. We appreciate that. Looks like we got Mo Better 22 from South Carolina. Awesome. We got Rhode Island in the house. Again, thank you guys so much for letting us know where you are joining in from. So for those of you that don't know, Megan and I, we got our start about 2.5 years ago. February 2020 is when I lost my job. That's when we decided to look into online business. I wish I could sit here and say it was a wonderful, easy journey just to go from working a 9 to 5 and losing that job to having success online, but didn't quite work out that way. It took us some time, took us some failures even to figure out what it was that we wanted to do and what we would be comfortable doing and learning and seeing if this was something that we could carry on throughout the future. Affiliate marketing was not the first thing that we tried. We tried some affiliate marketing. We tried some drop shipping and some e-commerce. Didn't really work out too well for us. Of course, February 2020, you guys all know what happened in March of 2020. Full-on pandemic happened. Trying to ship things from overseas became a huge headache. Having to deal with payment processing and customer support and shipping of products and all kinds of different things wound up being a huge headache, especially during the pandemic. And also what we learned really quickly was to run ads to your e-commerce store was fairly expensive, and that was something that we really didn't have a whole lot of at the time, was capital to really get things started. We were trying to get things started kind of on the cheaper end or on the lower end of cost. So we did that for a few months. We eventually found affiliate marketing in about July of 2020. And that's where we got started with just a $7 course. And I'm sure many of you have seen us talk about that $7 course throughout the past couple of years that we have been. We still think that's a great place for people to get started. It's not going to be the end-all, be-all for people to get started with that and go on. There are other skills that you do need to learn as you go through things, but there are definitely ways to help you guys out with that. Part of the reason why we do the Power Hour is for you guys to come in here, ask your questions, tell us where you're at in your business, and what you have questions on, what you're working on. All right, let's see here. I've got Phoenix, In Your Face affiliate. Awesome. Thanks for joining us. Timothy, digital marketer, is in Atlanta. Again, welcome. Thank you guys so much. And again, Megan is kind of moderating some of the comments over on the TikTok side of things. So, hey, Megan, did you see that message come in from Sandy? Okay. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about tonight is reading. This is one of my favorite stories that I like to talk about. So when we first got started in this, guys, I'm not a huge reader. Never have been. It's for some reason for me, I struggled with, reading comprehension throughout school. And so once I got out of school, I was like, I don't have to read anything anymore except for, street signs and stuff like that. So I'm like, good. I don't have to pick up a book and I don't have to read, so I'm not going to. So it wasn't something that I did in my spare time. As we started to get going in our journey with our online business, we started to figure out that, we have to learn some of these skills, figure out how to do this. Awesome. We've got video courses that I can sit and watch and somebody can talk to me. I don't have to read. Awesome. Let's go. Let's do it. So as we started to go through some of the videos and we started to learn about affiliate marketing and online business, and we started to learn about some mindset stuff, it was recommended to us that we pick up a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And many of you out there may have seen this book. Here it is, right here, by Robert Kiyosaki. And when it was mentioned to me that we get this book, I was like, you know what? I'm at a certain point in my life. I just lost my job a few months ago. I really want this to work. You know what? If they're telling me I need to read this book so that I can have the right mindset, what's it going to cost me? All right, get a few dollars, take a few dollars. I think the book was only like $14 or something like that. I think even on Amazon it was cheaper than that. But I decided to stop by the local Barnes & Noble, pick the book up, and start reading it. And it truly was a big difference maker for us. That's really kind of how we got our start in the whole mindset game here and trying to figure out what it was that we needed to prepare ourselves for going forward. Now, again, like I said, I'm not much of a reader, but when I started to read this book, it is very well written, and I was into it. I started to enjoy what I was reading. I started to enjoy the information that I was learning in there. 40 years of being programmed by, parents, friends, family that I knew, going through school, of how you were supposed to live life as far as, go to school, get good grades, go out there and get you a decent job so that you can have a nice life and save up money for retirement and all these different things. This is what I had been taught for 40 years, right? I didn't know there was another way. But as I started to read this book, I figured out, hey, this is how other people do it. There is another way to live life. And there is another way to have the lifestyle that I have always dreamed of, but never knew possible. It was always kind of a pipe dream. So as we've gone through our journey over the last couple of years, I've realized that self-education is a huge part of learning these high-income skills, learning these skills to be successful online. Okay. And even so much so that I started to get other books. You guys can see I've got some books stacked up behind me back here. Several of our favorite authors and people that we follow now to see what they're doing and how they succeed in their businesses. So I continue to invest in books to learn how to do certain things. One of the next books that I actually picked up and started reading was Traffic Secrets by Russell Brunson. All of you guys know that name from the creator of ClickFunnels. Again, an amazing book that really helped us kind of figure out what we needed to do as we move forward. So as I've gone over the last couple of years, reading has become something that I do more and more of. And I have something here that, to be honest, if somebody had told me that I would be holding this 2 years ago, I probably would have laughed and probably spit in their face even. But this is my Barnes & Noble member card. That's right. I'm actually in a membership club with Barnes & Noble. And the reason why I decided to sign up for that was because I found myself going in there and checking out different books. There's always people that we talk with that recommend different books that, that they have read that have helped them in their journey. And so a lot of times I'm like always on the lookout for what that next read is going to be. I even have a goal of reading X amount of books throughout the year as I go, and that number continues to climb. And it's amazing. Sometimes I don't have to necessarily read it. We get them on audiobooks, right? For me, one of the best ways for me to absorb information is I will actually follow along in the book, the physical book, as I'm listening to it on audio, through Audible or something like that. So one of the things that I want to press upon people out there is continue to self-educate. Continue to self-educate. Keep pushing your boundaries. For me, the first boundary was picking up a book and reading. That was very difficult for me. It wasn't something that I enjoyed doing. So I got a few comments over here on TikTok. I'm going to grab a couple of those. Timothy Digital Mark said, hello. Awesome to have you here. He said, love that book. I've been sharing bits from it in my lives the last week as well. Again, it is a great way to communicate with other people. It's a good talking point. Yes, Timothy. Hillbilly Bro, how to message you. Yep, Megan got you there. Said, find Ryan Hobbs on Facebook. Yes, that's one of the best ways to get a hold of us is to catch us over on Facebook. And it's not that we don't like TikTok, guys. It's just the messaging on TikTok is so wonky. It is very difficult sometimes to actually have conversations over there. So let's see. Let's see. Are you... I Megan recommend, yes. Hillbilly bro. I Megan recommend, yes. She is the Megan of Ryan and Megan. So yes, definitely follow her. Her information. She's helping me moderate some of the comments over there on TikTok. So again, yeah, find me on Facebook, Ryan Hobbs on Facebook. You can actually go to our website, www.meganandryan.com, and there is actually a link there for you to click on to where you can hit my messenger and send us a message so that we can help you out. Let's see here. Tommy Baldridge said, what book? We're talking about the Rich Dad, Poor Dad book. Right there. Again, an amazing book. Let me tell you guys a little story about what happened after we started reading this book. So, for those of you that don't know, again, don't like reading, right? So when I first started taking some courses on affiliate marketing, we started with that $7 course, which many of you have heard about and heard us talk about. One of the very first things, like day 4 of that $7 course, they ask you to pick up this book and read. It's kind of like the homework, right? And so, like I've said, went to Barnes & Noble, picked up the book, came home with it, sitting here on the couch reading it. Megan comes downstairs, sees me reading it, and her first question is, are you okay? What is wrong? Because she'd never seen me actually pick up a book in the 10 years that we had been together at that point. I always make the joke that I don't even think that Megan knew that I knew how to read, because that's how little of reading that I did in our current relationship. So as I'm starting to read this book, the wheels are starting to turn in my head. I'm starting to learn some different things of how people do things, how the rich get rich, how the poor stay poor even. And as I'm reading this book, I decided, you know what? I really need to bring Megan in on what we're doing here. We need to kind of be a team. We're husband and wife. The only way that we're going to be able to really see eye to eye is for her to kind of go through the same things that I'm going through. As I'm reading this book, I'm learning different ways of how to, manage money, different ways to think about, investments and risks and opportunities, all this different stuff. And I've got a whirlwind of things going through my head. And the one thing that stuck out was, you know what? If I tried to talk about any of this stuff or do any of these things, Megan's going to look at me like I'm nuts. She's not going to understand why I'm wanting to do some of these things. So I asked Megan to join me in the journey. I asked her to start, going through some of the training videos that I'd gone through. I asked her to start reading this book with me, and she did. We went through this kind of together. Well, a couple of months after that, as all good stories start out, Megan and I were sitting in a bar. Sitting in a bar with some friends and some families, having a couple of adult beverages, having a good time. And I happened to hear somebody down at the end of the table. They weren't talking with me. I wasn't part of that conversation, but I started to kind of overhear a bit of a conversation that was happening at the end of the table. And there was a lady down there, and she was talking to somebody about a boat that she had. And she was talking about this boat that her and her husband had, and unfortunately her husband had passed away, a couple of years prior, and she still had this boat that they used to really enjoy going out on, and she was basically at the point where she was wanting to get rid of it. And I heard the words come out, I'd get rid of this boat for $500-$700. I don't know. I just need somebody to take it off her hands. And again, I really wasn't paying much attention to the conversation. I was just kind of overhearing it a little bit. Okay. And then she said the words, well, I don't really know what kind of boat it is, but I know you can drive it from up top. You can drive it from down below. It's got a kitchen and a bathroom in it. And my ears started to perk up as, I'm a bit of a boater myself. I love being out on the water. I love, fishing and just, hanging out on the water on the weekends and free time and all that kind of stuff. So, I'm a bit of a boater. And so when I hear those words, my ears start to perk up. Now I'm starting to pay a little bit more attention because I've already heard her say what she wants to get rid of this boat for. And now she's kind of describing it. So I start to turn towards the end of the table and I start to ask the lady a few more questions. Now, Megan's sitting across the table from me. Now keep in mind, again, as all good stories start, we're sitting in a bar, right? We're having a few drinks. And I start engaging this lady at the end of the table about what kind of boat that she has. I'm asking some details. And she goes, oh, I don't know. It's like 30-something foot long. She goes, I think it's a Carver. I don't know what year it is. And I'm starting to it's intriguing me now. I'm asking more and more questions. And Megan looks at me from across the table and she kind of shoots me these eyes. She goes, we don't need a boat. Which she was right. I was still unemployed at the time. We were trying to get our online business going. We hadn't really made much money at all, if any, at that point. So she's right. We didn't need a boat. But when she said that comment, I kind of shot daggers across the table at her. I'm like, kind of give her that stare down. We had just read this book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And part of it was talking about seizing opportunities when you find them. And she immediately knew that I wasn't interested in buying this boat for us. She knew then that I was interested in investing in this boat so that we could possibly purchase it from this lady, turn around and sell it. Because what was going through my mind was I was kind of visualizing a picture of this boat that she was talking about. Again, you could drive it from up top or you could drive it from down below. It's got a bedroom, it's got a kitchen and a bathroom. And I'm thinking, this is a pretty nice boat. And she'd already said at the beginning of the conversation, she'd let this thing go for, $500-$700. I'm like, wow. That's, even scrapped out, I'm sure I could get $500-$700 out of this thing. I knew that, we could probably get our money out of this. So we continued to ask more questions and, find out more about this boat. Next thing you know, we're asking, okay, well, where's it at? Well, it happened to be just a few miles down the road from where we always go boating. So Megan and I said, well, hey, we asked this lady, would you mind if we took it? Well, it's awful messy. I haven't been down there in a couple of years. It hasn't been cleaned. It needs to be cleaned up, and I'm like, that's okay. That's okay. I'd like to take a look at it. If you really are wanting to get rid of it, I'd be happy to take a look at it. She's like, yeah, I just need to get rid of it. I need to get rid of it. I'm like, all right. So I said, well, if you don't mind, we're going to go down. We'll take a look sometime. And so this was on a Friday night. The next day was a Saturday. We loaded the kids up in the van. We took a trip, headed down towards the place where we have our boat at. We're going to check on it. I said, while we're here, let's go ahead and hop down the road here and see if we can find this boat that this lady was talking about. All right, cool. Let's do that. So as we pulled into the marina where we knew that this boat was, she had kind of told us what dock that it was on, but she didn't give us a slip number or anything like that. As we pull into the parking lot and we got close, I knew exactly what boat it was because from the description she had given me, I knew that this was some sort of a cruiser. And here's this huge 1980 Carver cabin cruiser that is sitting amongst a bunch of pontoons and smaller boats. So I knew immediately what it was, and my heart starts racing a little bit. Yeah, it's dirty. It was filthy, full of mold and mildew and everything else, and hadn't been out, it hadn't been driven for, who knows, maybe a couple of years. But I looked at this thing sitting there, and I told Megan, I'm like, get this lady on the phone right now. I said, if this is the boat that she is talking about, and she is serious about getting rid of it for $500, $700, I want to buy it. So Megan gets the gal on the phone, and we're sitting there, and she goes, yeah, it's awful messy. And I said, yeah, I know. I'm standing on the back deck of the boat right now. She goes, oh, okay. And she told us how to get into it and, all this stuff. And she said, yeah, she goes, if you guys really want it, she goes, you guys can have it for what we talked about last night. So what we did was we went in, we started looking at this boat, and man, it does need some cleanup. At this point it was, what year was that? 2020. This was 1980. So this was a 40-year-old boat, but it was still in great shape. The engines didn't have a whole lot of hours on them. And as a boating guy, I know that's money going off in my head. And again, from reading the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, that's what started all of this. If we had not read that book, when that conversation had happened, when we were sitting there in that bar, we probably would have never even thought about trying to spend $500 or $700 investing in something that we, may or may not get our money back out of. But at this point, we knew that we had something there. From reading that book, and it had changed our mindset, we knew that if we bought this boat for $500-$700, and I started doing some research, getting on Facebook Marketplace and some of the boat trading websites and things like that, I'm like, man, this, if this thing runs and is good, I'm like, we could probably just scrap it out for, this $500-$700. So I knew that we'd at least get our money back. So I wasn't too worried about, losing our investment. But as we go through this entire boat, we start looking at all the stuff that is there. Engines fire up. Things are good. Now they need a little bit of a tune-up. The outside definitely needs a cleanup. We spent about 40 hours on the outside pressure washer, cleaning everything up, took all the old teak wood off of it, revitalized all the teak wood, re-oiled it up, got it all nice and shiny and clean. We did a little tune-up on the two engines that were in there. And we turned around and we listed this thing and we sold it for over $12,000. And again, by doing this, it was an investment. We put a little bit of money in. I think we probably put another maybe $1,000 into it by the time we did the tune-up and bought some ropes and things like that. But again, it all came back to reading that book and learning about what good investments are, what good risks or what good opportunities are to be able to do things like that. And we would have never seized that opportunity had we not read that book. And had we not read that book together. Again, as a married couple, to be on the same page when you're thinking of these things. Like I told you very early on in this particular story. As soon as I started asking questions about this boat, Megan's like, well, we don't need a boat like that. And she's right, we didn't. It wasn't a boat I could fish off of. That's what I was primarily wanting to do. So all you could really do was cruise on. But somebody out there could use that boat. But had she not read that book with me, there's no way we would have ever, gone through that opportunity, gone through that endeavor of, buying that boat, turning around, cleaning it up, and flipping it. Now, I'm not saying that, everybody is going to be able to find a, diamond in the rough type of boat, pay $500, and then turn around and sell it for, multiple five figures. Okay. Not everybody's going to be able to do that, but we would not have even seen the opportunity or realized that the opportunity was there had we not started to do different things in our lives as far as learn some high income skills, learn about online business, learn how to do some of these things. This was all part of the foundation that we started with that got us to open our eyes to see this opportunity. What I want to relate this to is when people decide they want to get started in an online business. Obviously, we're all out there trying to search for how to make money online. That's easy. We can all type it into TikTok. We can type it into Google. We can type it into Facebook and YouTube and everything else, and we're going to be hit with all kinds of different things. Now, a lot of people shy away from, as soon as somebody hits them with a course that costs something or a cost to learn something, a skill or something like that. A lot of people get turned off by that. They don't look at it as an opportunity. They look at it as a risk. And the biggest key to this whole thing is we all ask for opportunities. We all wish for opportunities in our lives to make our lives better. You know, there was a Powerball this last week that was up to $1.9 billion. Now, how many people are out there, and drop me a 1 if you were one of those people that were dreaming about winning that Powerball, dreaming about what you would do. Drop me a 1 in the comments if you were one of those people that were, buying tickets and dreaming to win that Powerball and win that money. We all wish for opportunities to be given to us, whether it's winning the lottery, whether it's finding a better job, whether it is having the opportunity to maybe make a couple extra dollars so that we can spend more time with our family or travel. We're always wishing for more opportunity in life. But most of the time, those opportunities are disguised as risk. And so therefore, we are programmed to just run the other direction. Anytime we see something with a risk, like, oh, I can't do that, it's too risky. Even spending that $1 or $10 or $20 or $50 or $100 on a Powerball ticket is a risk. We're spending a little bit of money in hopes that the opportunity will be given to us that we win that lottery. But so many of us run when an opportunity is presented because it is disguised as a risk. When we first got started, we were hit with the opportunity to purchase a training course to learn more about the skills that we were going to need to become digital marketers and to learn these high-income skills. Now, obviously, it was a risk. Megan and I, we didn't have a whole lot of money saved up. I'd already been without a job for over 5 months. And now there's this opportunity that is here, but yet it is a risk, because if we spend a couple of $1,000s to learn these skills, were we going to get that money back? Were we going to see a return on that investment? It was a risk. But we looked past that risk and we saw the opportunity. Same thing as with the boat and buying the boat. There was a risk there. We could have, and several people in my friends and family circle, when we, that day that we bought that boat, I was taking pictures and I was sending it to my friends and family and saying, hey, look at the boat we just bought. A bunch of them were like, you're crazy. You don't need anything like that. You're right, I didn't. But they didn't understand why we were doing what we were doing. And a lot of our friends and family made the comment, even after we had bought that boat and turned around and resold it, they made the comment, if that had happened to me, I'd have lost, thousands of dollars. There's no way I would have made thousands. I would have bought that thing and then tried to fix it up, and next thing I know, it had been at the bottom of the lake or something. There's always those negative thoughts of why people don't want to take those opportunities and risks. And I get it. For 40 years, I played it safe. Played it safe at a nice, secure job, or what I thought was a nice, secure job, but I learned otherwise. I get the fact that people don't necessarily want to take risks, but think about what happens or what can happen if you take the risk, you take the opportunity that is behind that. You learn these skills. You learn how to produce more of an income. One of the favorite people that I like listening to is Brad Lee. He's very motivational. He's a very great businessman. And he talks about, people look at things as far as like, well, I don't have enough money to do whatever it is, spend money on my kids. I don't have enough money to travel. What if you had the skills to be able to make the money that you wanted to? Not that somebody's going to offer you for a job. Not to say, yeah, it'd be nice if I could make $60, $70, $80, $100,000 a year at a job. But what I'm saying is, what if you had the opportunity to learn the skills to where you could generate an income to be whatever you wanted it to be? Basically having your own ATM that you could print money from. How does that sound to you? If that sounds like something you would be interested in, drop me a 3 in the comments. Let me know. If you feel that if you could learn the high income skills to where you could create and generate an income, an unlimited income, drop me a 3 in the comments. I know that there's many of you out there that sit here and talk to us and see our videos and see other people talking about how ridiculous amounts of money people are making online. And I too at one point in time thought it was ridiculous and thought that people are just out there scamming and it can't be real. It sounds too good to be true. I too was one of those people that was leery of what was going on and what I was seeing. But as I started to see more and more people talk about it, I thought, well, maybe there is some truth to this. Maybe I just need to figure out how to do this like they have. And you know what? As I was scrolling through TikTok and seeing people talk about how they were making money and stuff, I'm looking at some of these people and I'm going, if this guy can do it, surely I can. All I got to do is figure out how. And the more and more people that I saw talking about these things, I'm like, all right, it seems legitimate enough. Let's do some research. And I did. Went out, did some YouTubing and some Googling. Reached out to people and chatted with them and said, hey, is this legit? Is this something that you're truly doing? Is it working? And we figured out that after we talked to enough people that this is real. It's just a matter of trying to figure out how to do it. And I'll be honest, the first course that we ever took on it didn't give us all the information that we needed to be successful. There was some gaps in there, and it happens. But by reaching out to other people and talking with other people, we figured out that we could fill those gaps in. We figured out that we could fill in those little gaps and pieces with other information that we're learning from other people, and that is why it's so important to join the right communities. Join the right tribes with people so that you can look towards somebody that has had the success that you would like to have so that you can learn from them. Now, I know a lot of you are sitting there and you're thinking, okay, well, there's got to be a sales pitch coming. There's got to be something that he's trying to sell. And there is no sales pitch. We're not here to sell anything. We don't do a lot of that here with Power. We talk about our experiences. We talk about stories. We try to answer questions for other people. Now, for people that are interested in getting started, yes, we do have things that we can offer. And again, you can find those on our website. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to talk about the opportunity/risk that is before you. We talk about the things that people want out of life. They want to spend more time with their kids. For me, that was a huge one. I wanted to spend more time traveling. I wanted to stop missing my kids grow up. In my previous 9 to 5, I would work long, late hours some nights. I would miss dinners. I would miss school events. I would miss coming home and tucking the kids into bed. I didn't want to do that anymore. Now, when I first lost my job, we would say I unfortunately lost my job. But now as we look back at it over 2.5 years ago, I say I fortunately lost my job because it gave me the opportunity to find something else. And that opportunity has been able to afford us the ability to have that lifestyle that we want. I spend a lot of time with our kids. And we just had a newborn brought into the world last week. And we have spent a ton of time, all of my time, over the last week and a half helping Megan with this newborn. Had I had a 9-to-5, I wouldn't be able to spend this much time helping her with the newborn. And spending that precious time that, again, we never get back. And for those of you parents that are out there, you know what I'm talking about. Our children grow up so fast. In a blink of an eye, almost, it seems. So being able to spend those precious moments with the kids as they're growing up is amazing. And that's what this opportunity has provided us and our family. Not just financial success, but the ability to spend more time together, to be able to travel more, do the things that at one point in time in my life I thought was just a pipe dream. But here we are. We can spend plenty of time. I got a comment that come through. It kind of caught the corner of my eye. Darren, I work 60 plus hours a week, and that's tough. It's very tough. It's hard to spend time with your loved ones when you're working that much. Darren says, I want to enjoy life because life is too short. Exactly. It is too short. In a blink of an eye, our children are grown. It seems like, we've got an 8 and a 6-year-old, and it seems like just yesterday we were bringing them home from the hospital. And we look back at pictures and memories and things like that, and we look at how much time has gone by. And it's just amazing how quickly it goes. I've said this time and time again, they make money. They make more money. You can go and you can make more money and work all these hours, and there's money being printed every day. But the one thing you can't get back is time. And when we talk about financial freedom, it's talking about time freedom, not just necessarily money. But that is what our online business has done for us. It's given us that laptop lifestyle that we so sought after. We have plenty of ways for people to get started in this industry. Again, if you are one of those and you're looking to figure out how you can get started down this path, maybe you've looked into it before, but you haven't made the decision to take action and say, yes, this is something that I need to do. Maybe this is a calling for you. Maybe this is your sign. If you can relate to any of the things that we have talked about here tonight, reach out. Again, you can go to www.meganandryan.com and you can send us a direct message. Let us know that this is something that you're interested in. You want more details. You want more information. And before anybody goes and says, well, what's it going to cost me? What's it going to cost me? Don't worry about that part. Taking action and saying, hey, I want to get started. We've got a wonderful Facebook group that has a lot of great resources in it. It doesn't cost anything to get into that Facebook group. We have information and ebooks and all kinds of different things that we can show you how to get started with this stuff. Now, if you're super serious about this and you want to kick this thing into overdrive and you want to get this thing up and going as quickly as you can, yes, we do have investment opportunities and courses and coaching programs and things like that will help you get there a whole lot quicker. Just depends on where you're at and what you want to do. What are your goals and what are you trying to achieve? Now, I'd love to sit here and say that you can freebie your way to 6 figures in no time. But unfortunately, I don't believe that's the case. You can freebie, YouTube and Google and find a lot of different information, but what we see most of the time is people get overwhelmed with all that information that they find. I have seen people do it. I've got one here that's a regular for us over here on Facebook. It's Subi. He's here with us again this evening. I know that he has learned a ton of information by using Google and YouTube, and that's great. But not everybody can do that. A lot of people get overwhelmed, and when we get overwhelmed, the first thing that we want to do is what? We want to quit. And we have seen it time and time again. Even those people that invest in courses get overwhelmed with information and then ultimately quit. Maybe they don't have the support that they need. That's one of the key things of mentorships and coaching. is the fact that you get support. Megan and I, we run a coaching program. We have students that we help every day through, Telegram groups and coaching calls every week. Support is a huge thing in finding success in this industry. If you don't have the support, most people will fail. That's why it's so important. You always will have questions as you go through this endeavor and this venture and this opportunity. You're always going to have questions about what you do next. And having the ability to have somebody that you can reach out to and talk to and ask questions of is priceless. Now, most people, like I said, when they hear the word invest, they want to run for the hills. They think it's a scam or think it's not legit. But let me ask you this. When you graduate high school or when your children graduate high school, what is the next step? There is some college that wants thousands upon thousands of dollars for you or your children to learn skills so they can become a professional at something. And yet, in our society, that's okay. We understand that that's the path. And again, I don't argue with that. For 40 years, that's all I knew. Get good grades in school. Go to college so that you can find a good job. It's okay for us to spend thousands and thousands and sometimes tens of thousands of dollars on a college degree. And a lot of us go into debt, paying for a college degree that we then spend years trying to pay off that debt. And I'm not saying that way doesn't work. But what I am saying is there's other opportunities out there for people to learn skills to create an income that will more than provide for you or your family the lifestyle that you really truly want and can be happy with. I know so many people that graduated with degrees and wind up in jobs that they absolutely hate. And then on top of that, they've got a ton of school loans and student debt that they feel like they'll never crawl out from underneath. I understand that people are skeptical when they see things online about being able to make money online. I will share this tidbit of information with you. Over the last few years, there has been a huge wave of people moving from brick and mortar stores and purchasing online. Now, I'm a brick and mortar guy. I like supporting local. Don't get me wrong. I love supporting local. Just about every morning, I've got a local diner that I go to for breakfast. I love supporting local. But I also know the reality of things. People have switched to buying online. It's convenient. It's easy. And with all of these people buying things online, why is it such a skeptical thought to think that it is impossible to make money online? With all of these businesses that are out there and all these people that are purchasing things online. You know, we haven't really talked about what the actual definition of affiliate marketing is, right? It's basically referrals. Now, we're not talking about multi-level stuff or pyramid scheme type of referrals where you get your friends and your family on board and you try to sell them your lotions, potions, and pills and all this stuff. No, affiliate marketing is basically referrals. What it is you sign up as an affiliate for a company like, say, Target. Yes, Target has an affiliate program. And you go out there and you talk about the products that you like from Target. You can go on social media. You can go on TikTok. You can go on Facebook. You can go on Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, whatever. Talk about products that you enjoy, that you have bought from Target. And you plop your affiliate link on your sites. And when people sees a bit of your content and they like what it is that you're talking about, they can click on that link and guess what? It takes them to Target, where they can pick up whatever little bit or bob that they saw you talking about. And they can buy it from Target. Done deal. But now the unique thing is when they clicked on your link, it had an identifier in that link that was tied to you. So when that person buys that product from Target, Target knows, hey, this is who referred them over here. So now Target sends a percentage of that sale to that person that referred them. That is affiliate marketing. It's how it works. And there's a ton of companies out there that have affiliate programs. You can do Amazon affiliates. How many of you out there have seen the what you didn't know you needed on Amazon? Drop me a 5 if you've ever seen those videos out there. What you didn't know you needed on Amazon today. Hey, our Amazon find for the day is such and such. Drop me a 5 if you've ever seen any of those types of videos. I'm here to tell you, those people are affiliates for Amazon. When you click on the link to go get that nice, easy gift wrap tool that helps you wrap Christmas gifts a lot faster, when you see it on TikTok, when you click on that link and you go to Amazon, you buy it, the creator of that video that introduced you to it gets a percentage of that sale from Amazon. It was an affiliate link. How many of you out there have ever watched a YouTube video on how to do something? And the YouTube creator that you're watching goes, hey, if you need this XYZ tool, piece of equipment, whatever, you can find the link in the description below. Again, if you've ever watched one of those YouTube videos, drop me a 5 in the comments. Let me know. Because guess what? That's an affiliate marketer. The products that they're talking about in that YouTube video, and when you go click the link in the description, it's an affiliate link. It's tied to that creator. And so what happens is when you buy that product from Amazon or from Target or Lowe's or Bass Pro or wherever you buy it from, that video creator gets a portion of that sale. They get a commission off of that sale. That is affiliate marketing. Now, you can do low ticket stuff, which is what, physical products like Amazon. If you get people to purchase a water bottle or something like that off of Amazon, you may only get a few cents off of that sale. So therefore, we got to sell a lot of things on Amazon to make a profit. That would be considered low ticket affiliate marketing. And then you have something called high ticket affiliate marketing. Most generally, this is going to be digital products, courses, softwares, coaching programs, mentorship programs, things that cost several thousands of dollars because the commissions are higher. You can sell a $2,500 program and receive a $1,000 commission off of it. So now if I'm only trying to make a couple of $1,000s a month, I've only got to sell this program a couple of times to hit my goal. That's what a high-ticket affiliate marketing is. It's going to be higher valued items, higher value, higher priced items. But these are all things that people need. These are all things that help people solve a problem that they have. Now, this is where I find a huge problem in this industry. I see so many people out there trying to sell as affiliates. And they pressure people into buying this program, that program, or another program because they promise them the world with this. That's a wrong way to go about it. One of the best ways as an affiliate you have to look at it is you are here to help other people. You're here to provide a solution to a problem they have. Megan and I, we specialize in the make money online niche, which is helping people learn how to make money online. So when people reach out to us, the problem they have is they want to make more money. They're at a dead-end job and they want to get out of it and they want to make more money. Or maybe they love the job that they're in, but they just want to supplement their income a little bit. Or maybe they're tired of being away from their family all the time because that's what their job demands of them. These are all problems that people have, and the solution for that is they want to be able to make more money. So they're looking at different ways to do that. Making money online. Can I do that? Yes, you can. How do I do that? That's where we provide that solution. It's not all about just selling people. It's not all about just, here, go buy this, go buy that, go buy this. A lot of times when we talk with people, and yes, we talk with people. We get on Zoom calls and we talk with people. Figure out what it is that they are trying to achieve. you will find that Megan and I have promoted a lot of different programs over the last 2.5 years. And the reason why we still even do promote different programs is because guess what? There is not one program that is fit for everybody. As many people would like to tell you, oh, this is the program. This is what's going to solve it for you. It's not going to be for everybody. There are different people with different ways of doing things, different ways of learning. So, yes, we have different options for people. That's why it's our job to find out who you are and what you're trying to achieve, what your goals are, what solution is going to be best for you. And I promise if you can think about things in that manner, instead of just sell, 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 you will be a lot more successful. We have even run coaching programs for free to help people. Because again, that's what it's about. It's about helping other people. And if you can put that first and make that your priority, money will follow. Now, when we first started our business, I didn't believe in that. Matter of fact, I thought it was a bunch of BS. I thought, you know what? I'm starting a business because it's a business and I want to make money. That's the whole reason I'm doing this. What do you mean I can't think about the money? That's the whole reason I'm doing it. I need to make more money. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm starting a business. A business is in business to make money. Why are there all these people telling me to stop thinking about the money? I thought it was a bunch of BS. And I promise you, when we started, we focused on the money. We chased the dollars. We were checking affiliate dashboards and commissions and things like that. And, of course, we were getting nothing but a bunch of goose eggs. And we couldn't figure out what was going on. Finally, one night at dinner, Megan and I are sitting there going, all right, well, we're doing everything that everybody tells us to do. Why is it we're not making any money? And then it was like some sort of epiphany hit us that, hey, they keep telling us to stop focusing on the money, focus on helping people. And that's where we realized that, you know what, if we're transparent, we're genuine, and we truly offer help to other people, then money starts to come after that. And so now I am a believer in that. I don't fully understand it all the time, but I can promise you, if you can help somebody by providing a solution to a problem that they have, and you can focus on that instead of sell, 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 you'll be amazed at what kind of money will follow that and what kind of a business that you can generate and produce with that type of thinking. So again, it's about helping other people. So again, Megan and I, we're in the Make Money Online niche. We have a whole bunch of different products that we can help you with. We can point you in the right direction. Again, depending on what goals you are trying to achieve and where you're trying to be and when you're trying to get there, that's where we can help you figure out the path. We can also help you with what we have done, the failures that we have had in life and in our business. And we can say, hey, don't go down that road. We've been down that road. We know what happens there. But you got to reach out. You got to chat with us. You got to ask those questions. That is a huge thing that we always talk about. And it always winds up coming back to that. You got to be able to ask questions. All right. So let's see here. I know we've got a couple of comments over there. Okay. Let's see. Megan says she's not able to moderate anymore here. Let's see here. Oh, hey, thanks, Freedom with Low. Thanks for joining us. All right. So Timothy, digital marketer, says thousands of affiliate programs out there. Yes, there's tons of affiliate programs out there. Tons of them. Hey, Sassy Chef, thanks for joining us. It's been a minute. But yes, we do have a couple of different educational programs and courses that we promote. Let's see here. Timothy, digital marketer, My Pillow Guys store is full of affiliate products. Yep. There's a ton of affiliate programs and products out there. All right. Lisa, how much of an investment is required? to be honest, Lisa, without knowing exactly what your goals are and what you're trying to do, and I'm not trying to escape your question, I'm going to answer it here, but it really depends, and that's why I talk about we have a lot of different programs that we can offer. We have some that are free. Okay, it's going to take you a while to really get where you're wanting to be with the free stuff. I'm a true believer in that. Okay, we have programs that start off as low as $7. We have programs and high-end coaching programs that go up to $6,000. It just depends on where you're at, what you're able to do, and again, what you're trying to achieve and what your goals are. You know, we're very transparent with what we do and what we've been through and the different programs. You know, Megan and I, we've invested thousands, tens of thousands of dollars in different programs and coaches and things over the last 2.5 years. Now, we didn't start out that way. Like I said, when we first started out, I'd lost my job, so we didn't have a whole lot of money to really, invest in this stuff to get going with. Now, our first investment, we had to get a little creative and figure out how we were going to do that, and wound up pulling some money out of a retirement account. Before all of you go, oh, no, you can't do that. Again, it goes back to reading that book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, trying to figure out, instead of saying I can't afford something, how can I afford something? And we sold things on Facebook Marketplace. We pulled money out of a retirement account. But I promise you, that couple of $1,000s that I pulled out of that retirement account back then, of course, now this is hindsight 2020, right? When I pulled that money out, we weren't sure if we were going to be able to get a return on the investment. But I promise you, with what we have built from that little investment that we started off with 2 years ago, I'd do it 100 times over again. Because just that couple of $1,000s that we pulled out of that retirement fund and then started this business and invested in learning the skills on how to do this, we have built a multi-six-figure income with this. And so, yes, I would do it over and over again. But again, it depends on who you are, what you're trying to accomplish, what your goals are. So the investment is different for different people. And that's one of the things that I do hate about this industry. People get behind one particular product because maybe they love the affiliate commission that is tied to it. And they want to use that as an umbrella for everybody and think that everybody needs to be in that one program just because they get a great commission off of that. So that's where Megan and I, we've talked a lot about this over the last couple of months, and it's like, you know what? Nothing is cookie cutter here. Nobody is fit for one particular program. They all have their pros and their cons, and that's why it's important to get to know people and figure out what it is that they are trying to accomplish before you just say, hey, go click on this link. It's what you need. Well, I don't know if it's what you need. We need to have a conversation. We need to figure out where you're at, what you're trying to do. It may not be for you. I've seen people buy a $7 program and turn that into a six-figure income. So again, it just depends on who you are and where you're at, and that's why we say, hey, reach out to us. Let's have a conversation, figure out how we can help you solve whatever problem that you have or that you're needing a solution for. It takes communication. It takes talking with people. All right, let's see here. Darren, I have one goal I want to achieve, but working it will take 7 years to achieve it. But you have a goal. And goals are very important. We started out with a goal. Now, what we did learn is we started out with a big goal. And then what we realized was we needed some smaller goals before we hit that big goal. Hitting smaller goals helps you not only achieve your bigger goals, but it helps you with your mindset. It helps you stay positive. If we set a goal when we first started out that, hey, we want to make $1 million, and we didn't do that within the first couple of months or maybe 6 to 8, 12 months, we would have been in a negative spot. We would have been upset because we're not hitting our goal. But to say that I've got a goal of I want to make a couple $1,000s a month, and then within 3 months we hit our first 5K month, that's awesome. We smashed that goal. That's great. What's our next goal? Yeah, we've got a goal of hitting 7 figures. and we're going to hit that goal. But that's a long-term goal. So it's great to have those goals. All right, Wealth Now 2222, bro, how did I find you? I am a 63-year-old vet who needs a mentor. All right, Wealth Now, you're here with us now. If you're still watching us, you're still watching me, click on the link that's in our bio, reach out, send me a message. If you click the link that's in our bio, it'll take you to our website, which is www.meganandryan.com. Click on the link to send us a message, and we'll chat. If you need a mentor, you're trying to figure this stuff out, we can help you out. That's what we do. If you've got questions right now, Wealth Now, drop them in the comments. Be happy to answer them. As far as how did you find us, that I don't know. Maybe it is a full moon out. Maybe that's got something to do with it. You know, one of the funny things is when we first got started, you know, I had a hard time getting on video. I had a hard time creating TikToks. I had a hard time going live. It wasn't something that I was very comfortable with, right? And so one of my very first mentors sat down and we had a conversation, and he said, what's stopping you from doing this? I said, well, honestly, I'm not very comfortable in getting behind camera. I don't know what to say. I don't know what type of content to create. I honestly don't know that there's anybody out there that would care what I've got to say. Who's going to listen to me? I don't have a following. And it was explained to me this, look, everybody has a following. They just don't know it yet. People are going to resonate with different people. You know, the mentor that I had at the time, he said, we can create the exact same video, the same moves, the same music, the same wording. Everything could be exactly the same except for you are in yours and I'm in mine. And he said, we're going to hit two completely different audiences. He said, people are going to resonate with you because of your message and how you talk and how you appear. People are going to resonate with other people over the same things. So how is it that people find us? That's why we put our content out there. That's why we do TikTok videos. That's why we do these lives, is for people to find us. It helps us to start conversations. So again, if you think that you are here for a reason, you found us for a reason, reach out. Let's have a conversation. I know so many people that have reached retirement age that aren't able to retire. Maybe the fact that, it's not necessarily that they've mismanaged money their entire lives, but through different things of no fault of their own, between, prices being raised, inflation, whatever, economics, whatever you want to call it. Just the fact of living costs so much. But I know a lot of people that have reached retirement age and they can't retire because they don't have the necessary resources and funds to be able to retire comfortably. That was something that scared me. Even at an early age, even at 40 years old, again, 40 is not necessarily that early. I felt that I should have a better plan for what my retirement is going to look like. But now I know that the skills that I've learned over the last couple of years are providing a wonderful income for me, and not just for me, but we're building a legacy. We're building wealth for not only me and Megan and our kids, but generations to come. And we continue to build upon that. We continue to use the money that we make in our business and invest it into other opportunities and have that money working for us. And it's that all passive income that we all hear about and want to know more about. But it all started with saying, hey, I want to do this. I want to do this for me and for my family, and here's my why. Now, can I do it? And trust me, it's not all been unicorns and rainbows along the road. We've had our bumps and bruises, but we're still here. We're successful. Our business is doing great. We help a lot of other people figure out that they can do the same thing. We have a lot of great students that are seeing some major successes. And it's all because we decided to take a chance and say, hey, yes, we may be skeptical, but we want to learn this skill. We want to learn these skills. We want to take this opportunity and build something for ourselves. And once we decided to do that, we learned the skills. We started to have our own success. We started to build our business. Then we turned that to helping other people. So again, we wouldn't be able to help other people had we not taken that initial chance, that initial risk and opportunity to say, hey, I think we can do this. I think this is for us. So obviously we're a little bit past. I do have a couple of questions I'm going to go through here on TikTok. And then we're gonna go ahead and call it an evening. It is the power hour, but we're reaching a power hour and a half here. Let's see here. Timothy said, meant to be, and it scared me too. Yeah, exactly. It is scary. Side Hustle Farmer, how many times do you post a day, and do you use them same videos the same day across more platforms? All right, Side Hustle Farmer. When we first started, I was actually posting 4 times a day, and we were only using TikTok. But it was 4 times a day, and we were only using TikTok, okay? That's how we got started. And we still recommend, if you're a beginner in this industry, one platform. Get good at one platform, understand the strategies, understand what it is that makes that platform go, and get good at it, all right? One product, one platform, make some commissions, have some success with that, then start to branch out. Now, for those of you that are along in your journey and you want to post on multiple platforms, yes, it's easy to repurpose a TikTok over to Facebook Reels or Instagram Reels or even YouTube Shorts. It's easy to do that. So yes, you can take the same video that you create today and post it on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all of them. It's okay. They all have different audiences. We got a ton of followers over here on TikTok that are watching us tonight. We have a ton of followers on Facebook that are watching us. There's a reason why the people that are on TikTok are on TikTok. There's a reason why the people on Facebook are on Facebook. It's that platform that they like. So if you have a piece of content, by all means, put them across different platforms. So Side Hustle Farmer, I hope that helps you. The reason why we don't recommend people doing multiple platforms when you first get started, because you're still learning. You're still trying to even figure out how to create content, what kind of content to create, let alone being stressed out about how many different platforms you want to promote on. But if you're seasoned enough that you're good with creating the content and you're okay with that and you're just smoking along with one platform, then yeah, repurpose that content onto other platforms. All right, Wealth Now 2222. Okay, messaging you tomorrow. Stay thirsty, my brother. I will make 10K within 90 days. Yes, you will. We'll work with you. We'll help you get there, man. All right, Farmer says thumbs up. Awesome. Heather, thanks for the follow. We appreciate it. So once again, thank you guys so much for joining us on the Megan and Ryan Power Hour. We are going to bring it to a close. We do the Megan and Ryan Power Hour every Monday and Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Central Time. For those of you that are following us on TikTok, you can actually go find us on Facebook. You can find me, Ryan Hobbs, at Facebook. You can go follow me over there. That's where we actually broadcast the show to. You can catch the replay over there as well. We've also got a Facebook group. It is Affiliate Income Secrets and Strategies with Megan and Ryan Hobbs. If you guys actually go over there and try to join that group, make sure that you answer the 3 membership questions, okay? We do have an automated service that approves those membership requests, and if you don't answer the 3 questions, you can't get into the group. But once you're inside that group, there's a lot of great resources in there for you guys to kind of get started with. We got a mini course on affiliate marketing. We've got our ebook over there. We got a lot of different things that you can kind of get started with, and it will help you kind of make the decision, hey, is this something that I think I can do? It's also a great place to reach out with questions, okay? We've developed a great community over there in that Facebook group. People that are there asking questions every day. Megan and I are in there to answer those questions as well. So again, go over there, check it out. It's Affiliate Income Secrets and Strategies with Megan and Ryan Hobbs. If you ask to join the group, make sure you answer the 3 membership questions, okay? Again, follow me, Ryan Hobbs, on Facebook. You can be a part of our broadcast every Monday and Wednesday night. Again, thank you guys so much for being here. Reach out if you've got any questions. Feel free to hop over to our website, www.meganandryan.com, and feel free to reach out and send us a message if you have any questions. Again, thanks a lot, and we'll see you Monday night, 8 p.m. Central Time for our next Power Hour. Thanks a lot. Have a great weekend, guys.